Hey guys, it's GQ Crafty. Welcome to a late Tuesdays in the Attic. We are on week 42. My light is getting dim, so I'm going to do my intro and then we will get started with a layout. So I cut down, I had some 4x4 photos. I just trimmed them down a little bit, so they're 3¼ by 4. Since this sketch for this week is 3¼ by 4¾ so these are a little bit skinnier, and this one is crooked. These are a little bit skinnier. Oh, finally. Or the dehumidifier finally shut off. These ones are a little bit skinnier than what, there we go. That one was super crooked than what the sketch shows, but I'm fine with that. It's another layout where there's like a double mat on the whole thing, which I love. And I have these adorable photos of my niece taking a good look at this strawberry from her first birthday cake. I apologize ahead of time. You're gonna have a lot of pictures from this event, so if you're sick of that kind of thing, too bad. That's what I'm doing. Just making sure these are all straight because they look funny. And this way I can get this one event scrapped. So the next few layouts are going to be all about her birthday, but I promise you they're all going to look different. I'm going to I did one page for her first birthday already. It was a beautiful wreath, and I used the Wonders collection. Here's all the other photos ready. The Wonders collection. So I'm going to do that for these pictures, but then after that I have another paper pad that kind of goes with this, but it's not going to be matchy-matchy. That'll be fun to use for some other pages. So let's get started. Okay. So I decided, after I kind of flipped through my paper pad, I'm actually almost done with it. There's only a couple full 12x12s left, especially after this layout. So I'm just going to rip it all out and get rid of the outside because I don't need it anymore. I have a bag of whatever else I have from Paige Evans, which is mostly Truly Grateful also. And so I will just add all of this stuff to the bag. I actually will dip into some of the Truly Grateful stuff during this layout. So I decide I really like this dark bluish. It looks way more purple on camera, but it's like a very deep blue. Just because I think blue and pink and yellow all go really well together. She's got pink on her bib. Her cake was pink. Everything was pink about this birthday, pretty much. And one of the layouts that I have already done using the Wonders collection is like solid pink. And so I really wanted to bring in this blue. After I started gluing the photos down onto it, however, I realized, oh, this would be really good for the very outside frame. So I lifted the photos up. I'm going to gut this paper, and then I will use the center of it to mat the photos, and I will just put them all in a line since that's how they're going to be lined up on the layout anyway. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick out the other papers that I'm going to use. I'm really eyeing up the kind of mandala one that has all the different mandalas on color to be the next paper that's an outside frame, just to bring all those colors together pretty much. And so that way, if I have to use a bunch of the colors, it's represented somewhere, all the colors. So it'll be on the outside frame. So I'm going to gut that one as well. First one, I trimmed off, I think, a 1/2 inch on two sides. And so then, yep, I'll gut that one. And then I decide this yellow needs to be the center. And so I trim off 1 inch on two sides. So it'll be a 1/2 inch all the way around. And I really like the way that looks after I layered those three together. It looks real nice. I had already set aside to this pink kind of Moroccan tile print paper, and I don't know the names of these papers because in the paper pad they're not the two-sided and they don't have the names. So if you know which paper number they are, fantastic. Otherwise, I have no idea. That's the one downside to the paper pad. It's like I don't know what the names are, so I can't tell you. They don't have names, and they're only one-sided. So I'm going to take this matted on the blue and I'm going to mat it on white. I'm just going to use some scraps I had hanging around. They're just big enough to just kind of messily mat, and you're not going to notice that I kind of welded them together where the white comes together, not full sheets. So And then I'm going to take the pink and make it that main background piece. And so then it's the piece that goes kind of vertical behind the photos that I'm not quite sure what I want to do. I really want to bring some more of that blue in, but I don't really have a piece that I want to do, and I don't necessarily know if I want to do the solid blue. So this is where I'm going to go dig into what I have left of Truly Grateful. Because yeah, that paper just, it looked more bright blue to me. I wanted the deep blue. So I'm going to go into my little Truly Grateful stash and see what I got in there after I kind of play around with a few other colors. And I'm not liking that. I don't want more pink. I don't necessarily want to bring more pink or yellow to the center. And I want more blue, but I don't necessarily want, like I said, solid blue. And if I don't find anything in the Truly Grateful stash, just because it's right there, that's the only reason I really was looking in there, then I'm going to look in my just random stash. So I eventually find a 6x8 paper that is like the ombre pink stripes with white, and I thought that was kind of nice because it brings pink, it's still pink, and it brings more of that pink to the center, which I don't necessarily need, but it isn't like super stark, it's not super bold, and it's more subtle, and I really like it. I could have just done plain white as well, but I really like this light color. And because my background yellow goes kind of fades to darker, or fades as you go up, I wanted the stripes to match as well, to have them fade as you go up. So I decided to flip the paper around originally from the first way I had it. And then I had this blue tone on tone bluish purple star paper. I had a couple scraps. So just to bring a little bit more of that blue to the center, I am just going to tuck in a piece of the blue on the top and the bottom of the photos. The bottom one ends up getting cut up or covered up because I've been eyeing up those half circle stickers on the sticker sheet that are like banners. I've been eyeing those up, and so I actually finally end up using them. But I'm getting this finally figured out. No idea what I want to do for my title. I liked the yes. I thought that was a good idea, but that was rose gold, and all the gold on this collection is regular gold. Even though it's not like super bright and shiny. It's kind of a matted. There's still a sequin that is not attached. Even though it's all matte, like a matte finish of gold, they were definitely different enough. Sorry, oven timer. They were definitely different enough that I didn't necessarily want to mix the two. It wouldn't have been a big deal, but so I'm going to go through all the die cuts I have. I really like this floral cluster on top. I didn't necessarily want an acorn though, so I'm going to cover it up with a little cuckoo clock, which I thought was cute. Has nothing to do with her birthday, but it was adorable and it worked. And then I have a couple loose flowers on the sticker sheet, and from Truly Grateful that I will make that cluster bigger, just like in the sketch. This little die cut, this is blessed with a flower. I'm going to put down at the bottom, pop some of those things up on foam. And then I'm going to flip through all the die cuts and try and figure out a title. I wanted to say something about the strawberry, but I figured I could just journal about it after I find a die cut that says memory, and that one works perfectly for fitting wise for the visual look of the page. I apologize if you hear children yelling in the background. My son got a friend over for a play date, and he's been asking forever, and they're just having a grand old time, and I'm getting stuff done, so I don't care if they're being loud. Oh, what am I doing now? Oh, I'm putting those stickers on finally. But yeah, I will put those banners down, and then I will find a little die cut that says memory, and those lovely tiny words, tiny alphas that spell out the words in all the colors. I'm a huge fan of those whenever American Crafts does those. They don't stick worth a darn, but I love them. And then I'm going to use the gold word favorite. So it'll say favorite memory, and I'll journal right underneath it. And then I'm going to take some of my favorite sequins, vintage. Oh no, opal, vintage dowry. Yes. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot what they're called. And I'm literally just going to pour some out of the package in a couple areas and then glue them as they fall. that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna glue them where they fall, except for apparently I forgot to glue one. So yeah, I will glue them down where they fall, and that is where they'll be. So I appreciate you guys sticking in with me, even though I put this up so late. And the next one I'll be making right away, so hopefully it will not be late. It shouldn't be. And yeah, thanks a lot again. Subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate all the new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Or you'll hear me, whatever. Oh, I do add a couple word stickers off camera. You'll see in the picture. I do add magical and feeling good up in the cluster above the photos. And I found one fussy cut little flower I was looking for, and I tucked that in as well. So you'll notice that in the close-ups. But other than that, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.